met with the Prime Minister and also the Transport Minister. So I think it was last year, the Transport Minister actually, this suggestion was brought to him in Parliament, and he mentioned that he was not very happy or not very supportive of motorcycle ride sharing because of safety
reasons.
So were you able to convince him yesterday otherwise?
So we've had a very good discussion since last year, and also in Cabinet, I think a few months ago, where I raised this up informally, because my focus is job creation for youth, and that's where I come in. And these are legitimate concerns, but when we look at the data and the numbers, and we can look at the data and numbers because we have many examples. We can look at countries which have already done it. We can also look at the context in Malaysia in particular, because the vast majority of those who use it will only use it for the final mile, right? For example, from my house in PJ to the nearest LRT station, which is you can geofence 5 to 10 kilometers, and the vast majority of road accidents happen if it's a distance transportation, either interstate or, for example, from Putrajaya to Gombak, where you have to go through highway. But the vast majority of those who will end up using man-to-man motor transportation is none other than those who want to access public transportation, therefore making public transportation more efficient. Because at the moment, if you look at it, for example, when I was in USJ before, I'll have to drive my car nearby, park at the station, which costs about 4 ringgit 50 cents, and for me to find the parking will take at least 20 minutes, and then go on, but when you come back, you waste so much money on it and take so much time. So now we are also making public transportation more secure, which is safe. On top of that, we have the data and the numbers to show that while road accidents are there, but then comes the question of the harm principle and the harm reduction principle. The point is, there are hundreds of thousands of young people on motorbikes. I prefer for them to get a job, so that they can upskill and reskill themselves in the long run, get the capital to invest in their education in the future, than for them to ending up becoming mud rumpets on the streets, or for them to be unemployed. I think it's much better to compare where we are at the moment, on top of that looking at the numbers of road casualties overall. So we had a very good and productive discussion. Yesterday was exceptionally positive, and we will finalize the discussion tomorrow in Cabinet. But I just want to point this out. This is not just for Go-Jek. We forgot that we have one of the most talented Malaysians who ran Dago Ride before in Johor, which employed thousands of young motorists, and they enjoyed it. They were paid decently, and they were a good alternative medium of transportation. Unfortunately, when the previous government clamped down on it, I mean, the business went off, thousands of people were left unemployed. I think we need to always remember what is the comparison which we are looking at. No model is perfect, but it's better that we work as hard as possible to provide them with the opportunity, the job opportunities, so that in the end they can upskill, reskill themselves. We help micro entrepreneurs like the warungs who can then get more orders to move forward. I think we need to ensure that the same digital, a high digital competition, or what's called a digital war, which happened in Indonesia and Thailand, can also happen in Malaysia. We can't allow for any ride-hailing company to have almost a monopoly. We need to open up the market, allow competition, and ensure that all digital entrepreneurs and enterprises benefit from this new development.
What about concerns about safety that the Transport Minister had himself?
That's the one which I answered in such a long time. You're asking me the same question again.
The Dago Ride, were they in the meeting yesterday?
Dago Ride wasn't in the meeting. The meeting was a lot more on asking for us to open this new industry so that everyone can compete fairly and equitably in it.
But why push Indonesian, a foreign startup yesterday rather than promoting a local homegrown startup?
Because the different part, we just want to get more investments in. But the point is, it will be implemented fairly for all. I think that's most important.
And when we mentioned, are you targeting this industry for that last mile connectivity for public transport? Is that what you want?
I think in terms of exactly on public transport last mile, it's better to ask Minister Anthony. I think that's his forte. For my part, is to provide job creation for young people, especially for young motorcyclists who predominantly are living outside of KL and who might be unemployed. We need to help them.